A youth perspective is a new perspective, and a lot of experienced professionals don't actually know this yet.
Hi, I'm Amy.
And I'm Dominic. We're co-founders of Yours Sincerely.
I'm Samantha Clark, the Associate Director of Learning Education at Series Fund Children's Network.
I'm John Paul from Cannes.
My name is Lucy Banks and I'm Programme Manager for ASCL.
We are a forum for business leaders who get together to discuss any business challenges that they're facing.
We help lots of public sector organisations run communications campaigns that deliver real measurable value for money.
ASCL is a charity that supports libraries with their provision for children and young people, in particular in making sure that children and young people feel they belong in their libraries. Having said that, the reality of that is sometimes that can be challenging.
And many of the people we work with know they need to engage young people, but they're not comfortable or aren't sure how to.
Libraries don't always know how to reach these young people in the first place, how to go about connecting with them. So that's why we reached out to Participation People, and that's why we've been working with them for a while now.
And we really wanted someone who could speak knowledgeably and to a senior sort of expert audience around Gen Z, emerging trends in the market, and how businesses should embrace the next generation of customers and employees. And Antonia was the obvious choice.
Yeah.
Antonia's keynote came to us at a really pivotal time in our youth voice journey. We had folks who kind of knew a little bit, but didn't know a lot. Some folks thought they were doing youth voice, and they definitely weren't.
So it was really fantastic to have you guys come along to Leaderfest to give a keynote talk and then do a collaborative learning session for us. I think it was quite an eye-opener for everybody who was there, but it definitely sparked an awful lot of debate amongst a lot of people. I think a lot of people came away thinking to themselves, gosh, do you know what? I'd never really thought of that.
Participation People held a session with 2 young people leading it, which was absolutely fantastic. And that session challenged perceptions, encouraged attendees to explore what they felt were the biggest challenges to engaging with young people, and also how to connect more effectively. It was a fantastic session. We really appreciated the follow-up too, which shared practical ideas on how to address the challenges we'd identified at the conference.
Deeply enjoyable having Participation People, their network of consultants involved in the process, and everything they said and everything they showed us was pithy and easy to understand and changed how we went about doing things.
Everybody felt challenged, everybody felt it was a great discussion, and I know from the feedback from the room, a lot of people are making changes.
And you could just see in everyone's brains, there was like a little light switch that was going on that was like, oh, this is it. We were able to really make strides after that in making a real difference for our network and for our campers.
She's an amazing public speaker, but more than that, she's just very relatable and a good storyteller, and she had everyone captivated. And I think Gen Z especially is a subject that a lot of people profess to know a lot about, but don't actually get to the root of any sort of issues or challenges.
I would thoroughly recommend having Antonia and her team in. If you're working on a campaign, if you're delivering a workshop about how to engage young people better, if you're running an event on how to engage or where young people are an important stakeholder group, you won't regret it.
And we had lots of people coming up to us afterwards complimenting Antonia and saying how interesting her talk was. I don't think we'd hesitate at all to recommend Antonia. She'd be brilliant at any format of event, whether it be roundtable, whether it be fireside chat, or indeed keynote speeches. She's definitely one to watch.
Young people have that power to be authentic, they have the knowledge that you guys need when you're in a business role.
We need to be making sure we adapt all the time to our customer needs. So we've got to be forward thinking in looking at that going forward. If you've got a strategy in place but you're not taking into account the next generation coming up and the way that they work, their priorities, the work-life balance, then what is your business going to look like in the future without taking that on board?
You've got to remember that young people will soon be the majority of your people, your population very soon. So it's well worth getting good at it now.